All right, hello, and welcome back to another session of the Great Ace Attorney. I hope you guys are doing well, as always. As I grab my... Wait, hold on a second. All right. As I grab my controller here, let's switch over. All right, so everything's ready. We've got some, we've got our flask ready, full. Last session we started episode 2, right? I don't know if I all right, if anyone who's coming in on this episode, spoilers right here, so you better watch the last episode, part 2. And so I'm gonna talk the spoiler. The spoiler is that Kazuma Asugi died. He has been murdered. We don't know what has happened. People are assuming us, Naruhodo, for the murder of Asugi, but we didn't do it, of course. And we're stowaway, right, on the ship that is arriving to Great Britain, right? Because that was the study, what do you call it? I don't even know, the study trip thing that Kazuma was doing. He smuggled Renosuke here. And we've met a few characters here. We met Herlock Shlomes and all that. And I think the last session, when we stopped, we figured out that the person adjacent, I think that's the correct word, to Kazuma's room was Nikolina Avalova, I believe. There she is. And I think we could talk to her now. I think. Oh no, we've done that. I think we have to present evidence, I believe. I think if we check history, I think it'll tell us. She doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I'd like to show her. Alright. I don't know what. Do we show that? I think it's the speckled band, I believe. Alright, this is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual, it reads. 1:23 a.m., I could hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. I don't know if we investigated. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Is everything... Alright, Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? Pretty sure it does. No. I don't know anything. Oh? Oh? I think it does. We'll find out. We'll find out. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roylon. Yes? What? Damn. Changed quick in disguise. Wow. She's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarter at once, please. Alright. I will come now. Alright. What? You must leave, now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylon. Get out! Passenger said out, but you want me to throw you out. Ugh. Looks like we have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. What a pity. Yeah, hopefully... Oh, yeah, remind me. When we get to... Remind me. Gotta remind myself. Make a stream marker when I switch episodes. I mean, I could find it later, but it'll be easy if I do that. Alright. Okay, we were literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Alright, so he threw us out. Was his name Stroganoff? To be continued. Damn, we just... God damn it. I could have stopped there. I didn't know there was a to be continued. Never mind. It was going to 2 hours anyways. Alright. Let's just... Nothing really changed, honestly. I'll save it over. Let's hope no thunderstorm's gonna cut my power. No, actually, it doesn't matter, right? The saving's complete. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed how quick the save is. Despite, because I usually play my games on hard drive. It is a WD black though. Western Digital Black. Alright, so we got thrown out. Wish we managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. Man, we didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine... Oh, that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guy in there. Yeah, he's clearly glaring at us. As if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? Oh, Sherlock. Herlock. Yeah, god damn it. I need a... Alright, he slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrist. Makes sense, though. I don't blame Herlock putting that in. We can't go to the cabin, so back to Casimir's? Question mark? I don't know. Let's examine. I got to use my mouse. Yeah, let's not forget. I don't think we go out. I think everything's... Yeah, at least the second class area. It's locked. Can't open it. Yeah. Oh, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Oh, gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Yeah, I did it. Does it matter? We checked this? We already have, right? The book on top of the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it. Yes, I'm sure that's what the ship's log. What? What did I just say? Should we have a little look through it? Alright. I don't think we did this before. Oh no, we've done this before. Alright. Look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Yeah, we saw that. We heard that before. Alright, that's fine. And I'm assuming the cheese... Do we ask him? Talk to him? I don't know. Should we just go back? Yeah, let's move inside. Back to Casimir's room here. Oh, the mouse. Don't forget. Yep. When you get the typewriter, that means you're on course. You know, you're on the path. Progression. That's what I've learned. Yes, on the subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you? Now, Hodo-san? Do you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? Willing to let, put his life on the line on him. Yeah, lay his life on the line for you. Oh. Yes. I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Might have some new information for us. Is he here? You never know. Is he here? Hello? God, this guy again. Oh no, he is right here, and it looks like he has been beaten. I said, god damn. Yeah, he is beaten to a pulp. One shot to the left eye and right of his mouth. Oh, welcome back, Inspector. What happened to you? Your face is... He was willing to lay his life. Please don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Maybe by a bear, maybe. Maybe by a bear, maybe? Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'll pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What? Oh god. But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. It was nothing, really. Looks like he wasn't joking around when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Alright, what kind of information he has, though? We know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. There, that's our man. Herlock Sholmes. Herlock Sholmes? Herlock Sholmes, right? I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Herlock. Can we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. I don't think... Do we see Hosonaga again? I don't even remember. The cabin next door. Let's see. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? He's dying. Oops. I think I'm upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh? Ow. Yeah, how so? Oh shit, I just noticed his glasses. You got hit with the glasses on? Well, makes sense. Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops. Now I definitely upset at him. Yeah, his glasses have been one of the lens. Inspector, have your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. There's one thing. I do have a small piece of information for you. Alright, pray tell. Oh, new information. I'm yawning. What's the new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Bureau medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma-sama. So, what's the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. Yeah, that's one way to go out. There's no obvious wounds or signs of other injury. So at first I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? I think I know what happens here, but I'll keep quiet. Nothing has yet been found as yet. But the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves running through the spine to the brain, a strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Or Kazuma. Or Sap. I have a second copy of the report. Alright. I need to get my back straight here. Got like a weird angle going. I'm trying not to pop the mic by talking a bit to the side, but hey, I trust you. You trust us? After all, if I didn't trust you, I never had agreed to leaving you in this cover in the first place, would I? Postmortem report has been entered into the court record. I think Susanna still has doubts, right? Right, the great detective, Hairlock. Oh, Mr. Jones is here, was he? Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now you mentioned it, yes. Just one thing, but he apparently shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all she said. He said? He said. Shoe polish? I wonder what you meant. I'm guessing on that ground, right? It was over there by the piece of the broken glass. Do you see? Yeah. I got it, yeah. Actually, it looks different to the, the picture. Was it always like that? Ah, yes, that must be it. How could Mr. Slomes know it was shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. He probably licked it. Not gonna lie. What is this, Susanna-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine but darker. I often repair them for him. Oh, does this mean... Yeah, that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Yeah, but how can you scuff your shoes, eh? You tell me, how can they scuff their shoes, eh? If he died, eh? Hey, if he died, oh no, he died facing down, right? I just know, yeah, I forgot about that. I should return to my post. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head. No, it makes sense, the position he's in. Oh, Inspector, you looked exhausted. Yeah, you got beaten up. Oh no. Well, feel terrible that I failed to protect Asugi-san. He was my responsibility. Makes sense, makes sense. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. Who is? I seem to have a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. Ah, here we go. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Oh, is that all? What now? Checked through a lot of places. Should we check here again? Yeah, spend his final moments writing his diary. Alright, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna take a drink as well. Alright. We will. Do we talk to him? I don't think so, but... you! Where did you go? Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosanaga did. Huh. The new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him into a call room. In call room. Oh. He's gone back to guarding the door. Hope Inspector Hosanaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. Yeah, what if we don't see him? I'm pretty sure we don't see him in the third chapter, right? Or maybe, I don't know. I have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. It could be a very long time for now. No, Hodo-san, yeah. Time to give him some fish and chips when we get to Britain. What could be the problem here? Let's look around here. Right, it really is such a beautiful color, this glass. It looks like wherever it was broken clean, but the other house nowhere to be seen. There's this brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish according to the great detective. Elected. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish, not something else? Because he's a great detective. Alright, okay, maybe actually, we know his deducing isn't on par, so, Alright, so it's clear that these letters were written with the ink. It's spilled on the floor. They spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. Alright. Yeah, should have just spelled my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine what Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian. Yeah, which begs the question of who did write it. What do I even do now? What do I do? My mouse is here. I was about to burp. Check the bookcase. What the books provide for the passengers. Were all over the place when we first looked around. You tied them up. Alright, you have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leaves damage. Yeah, but it wasn't really me who knocked them over. Well, anyway, I feel much better now than neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. Alright, move over. We talked to Hosanaga-san? Seems like we're done here, actually. What else is there? The speckled band? Yeah, let's check up here. So this ventilator joins to Ms. Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, she seemed as baffled as we are. Yes. I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard who say the same about me. There was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. We're not done. What the hell? Is there more to this? I don't think there's anything else. Oh, you know what? I kind of... Never mind. When I went for help... Yeah, we've already seen this. We can't skip it? Question mark? Did that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Can we exit? No. I think we're stuck here, right? Is there anything else we're missing? Maybe check this. The rules of passage for travel aboard on the SS Bureau. Yeah, must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in the cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. But by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken some rules. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yeah. Although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet. I'm also assuming that whatever it is inside the traveling case in her cabin. Huh, a friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. Is that it? Nope, there's more. What? I would say I'll disappear out, but... Let's see around here. Alright. Check that. React this again? I don't know. We talked to Hosanaga-san? Nope. We already talked to this guy, right? How did we escape? Did he leave? I don't even know. I forgot. Are we missing something? Alright, let's just take a quick look around. I don't think so, though. I have no idea. Oh, I hit the wrong button, bro. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, speed up. Alright, here we go. We can move out, right? Back to the first class passageway. Alright, yeah, on track, on track. Is everyone gone? We can sneak in. Ah! Look now, Hodo-san. Seaman Stroganoff has gone. Strong enough. Strong enough. The burly Russian sailor who always crossing his arm and glaring at us. Ugh. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Tra-la-la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Alright, the tra-la-la-lura. Lura-la-lay. I did the great detective way. Well, you know who's that? This Cowling. I know that lark-like voice. But never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. You know who it is. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin. Pavlova's? Yeah, well, we can, definitely. But before that, Stringy Knot crewman comes back. Stroganoff. Not Stringy Knot. Hold on a second. Yeah, we take a move here. Wait, are we going in? Yeah. Never mind, we're just going in. Alright, 9th of Jan. Alright, we're moving forward. Slowly but surely. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Zara-san. Oh, where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Those are private things. It's not a moment to waste now, Hodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? Can't be long until we arrive at the port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? Really? Alright, the doubt is... It's, phasing out here. We must solve this case. Now, Hodo-san. Be ourselves if we have to. By ourselves. I don't know. What's wrong with me? Yes, we will. Be ourselves? Oh, wait. Hold on. It's open, the case. Alright, so the first thing... Big lights. Case. Oh, my. Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside. But according to the great detectives... Great deduction. She was hiding her special friend in there. Yeah, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Bureau. Oh god, sorry about that. I was gonna... Make some weird mouth noises. It's cool. Alright, anything here? What's this? Wait, why am I pointing here? Oh, Hodo-san, are you there? Sorry. I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. So you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I've been in the cupboard for like 15 days. I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Alright, so that was the cupboard. Check the vent, I guess? Question mark. This ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe. So that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of the cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled barn coming out of this ventilator. We're climbing in? Do we never, like, climb in? Do we not do that? Check this. These has been toppled over as well. Every single one. You think that's the god of sea, perhaps? He toppled two, though. Exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase. I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from a ballet company? I don't think so. And she kind of hated ballet. It must be you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. She gonna tidy up? Well, anyway, I'll set them up, all straight again. I don't like seeing things in disarray. I don't know if that's important or not. Maybe it's an achievement. Alright, I guess there's nothing around here. I mean, should we hit this? Why not? But it's not gonna be game over. Next to the bed in Kazuma can't, the bell. I can't resist. Uh-oh. Barely hesitated there. And she gave it a good tug too. No reply. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Alright, move over. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know why I just hit. Yeah, this dish on the ground. There we go. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's being dropped. Or like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Alright. We checked here, but let's check again. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Yeah, let's see inside. Now, Hado-san, is Paul adequate to go sifting through? Wait, what? Alright. I like smell something funny. Those looks, those eyes. I'm pretty sure there's nothing, right? Maybe it's different here. Special circumstances. We don't have much choice. It's hardly anything in here at all. Alright. Well, a little disappointing. Alright, so we checked this. We checked the saucer. Maybe this? What's this? It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. A very thirsty one? Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night. She hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate. Obstinate? Aren't you? No, hold on. Oh, what else? What's the answer here? What do we do? Wait, check the desk? Alright, yeah. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away. Yeah, last night. She hardly occupied this cabin for all any... Yeah, that's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, to see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people now, Hodo-san. Kindly remember that. Alright, gang. What else is... Anything else? Of this bag? Bed? Nothing on the bed. I guess the last thing we do is this, right? Talk about the... Yeah. Rules of passage. We've already seen this already. Didn't find anything, right? Right, he's probably having some fun exploring the ship. Just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh, yes. So do I. Is that it? Is that it? No more? We go back? Let's see. Nope. Not yet. Go back in here. We're missing something here. The clothes? We checked the closet already, yeah. I'm really confused here. Anything out of here? Am I meant to see something? I don't see it. Alright, check the door, I guess, last but not least. Yeah, this cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that's a common door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anyone could enter from the cabin outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets when bolted from the outside. And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater from coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's everything, right? Alright, now we go back. Nope. Never mind. Maybe we examine, right? I think there's a funny man on the right side here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes. Look. Wow. You never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Alright, he's singing. I think this is the best animation when we catch his attention. Still singing. Maybe put it on autoplay for a sec. When the yard bit more than they could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock was about. Excuse me. Solved it all and I stood tall. I did the great Detective Way. Mr. Shlomes. Ah! What is it? You want to fight? Hmm? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was about to reach the climatic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now was a good time as any. And look at these moves Shlomes is pulling off. I very nearly dropped you on the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Yeah, he was about to knock us out. The climatic finish, eh? Mr. Shlomes, you should be examining something before we interrupt you. Yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log as penned by the stocky-built crewman who was usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report, nothing of note happened. So... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Alright. Really? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Shlomes? Oh, I get what it is after you start laughing. Observe the pages and all shall become clear. We've seen the same crewman off stands sentry in this first-class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes down every 30 minutes? Nothing to report. Precisely, put it simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. Alright. What kind of circumstances? What happened? Never mind, remains a mystery for now. I'm pretty sure the big shot is that why it's blank is because they were taking in Pavlova, right? Sailors are on it. Those aren't the important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Alright, thank you. Now that deduction was great. Yeah, was worthy of the great detective. Yeah, that was it. Oh, you stand to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Shlomes brilliance. Alright. Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. You seem to be inflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. Well, my friends. Until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Yeah, we still haven't solved this head throbbing issue. Something wrong, Cesar-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... Well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ah, my back. Ever since I woke up this morning, I have something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Alright. What now? Do we go back in here? Oh, here we go. Ah, what's that? It's the alarm bell. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted at quarter mile 4. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? I can't stand. Zazan, hold on to me. Alright, whoa. Wow. Wow. Ah. Zazan, are you right? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you. Now, Hada-san. Alright. Looks like we avoided a collision. Hold on a second to get tissue. I'll put on auto. Yeah, what about me? Am I right? Oh. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Sounds like Hosonaga. Inspector Hosonaga. Unbolt the door quickly. What? The ball? Oh, right. Look at that. Door is bolted. Did you do that, son? No, I didn't touch it. Maybe I should have, Well, that's strange. I did. Look, all the books. You've fallen in place. Oh, Hadasan, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? Yeah, we'll do. I better tie this place up first. Oh. My violent emergency stop has solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant, alright. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Oh, they're after me. Oh, to be continued again. A quick one there. Quicker than the last one. Oh, save, yes. We'll do on the new slot number 6 here. Alright. Damn, my right hand kind of hurts. Right arm. The SS Bureau. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Zara-san took a deep breath and gently slid back the bolt. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we're going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, when did that happen? There's dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought that he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we had emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah! You wicked intruder! Dressed all in black. You are the devil. Sorry? Me? I've been called a lot of things before. The devil is the first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No. We didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when you came into your cabin. Inspector! Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. Isn't it not enough that he killed a man? Whoa. Right, if the victim promises... Alright, wait, hold on. Hold on. I pressed the wrong button. Take him away. He's a trespasser as well. Wait, I need to see the chicken. If a victim promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Alright. Alright. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil. Doesn't look good, does it? There's a cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga. Is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. No, poor guy. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Oh, what's my solution? What is my solution? Let's go to Hosonaga first. Got yourself in a difficult situation here, yeah, by entering this cabin uninvited, I mean. Sorry, I was just so desperate to find a clue. I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help you. If I push my luck any further, a punch to the face will be the least of my worries. I'm really sorry. I have to take full responsibility for giving you the freedom of investigating Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened, I have to report to the captain at once. I really need some help here. I need a savior to save me from this crisis. Yo, is Herlock Sholmes chilling in this area? Yo, he is. What's he doing here? Speak of the devil. What the? What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes. Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feel like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh no. Well, why were you hiding from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? You probably assessed the weight of the 20,000 rubles naturally. I wish to determine it. I wish to determine if it would bend a wherever it is, looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. See it? I know the word. Don't. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. All right, hold on. Let me put this on. I need drink. My ears gone a bit weird as well. All right, he solved it. Hold on. Gotta do something. One last thing here. All right. Okay. He solved the case. What? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. He's found it. So allow me to eliminate all your minds. Please don't dance. I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Oh no. Better be right this time around. Ah, you have solved it? Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is the stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it. Please. Trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could kill the victim. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. I can explain that. That means the culprit must be someone inside the cabin. Yes, it's what they call a locked room mystery in detective stories. Ah, locked room. That is point. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have drawn across from the outside cabin, unless... You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there's another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin, despite the bolted door. Please not tell me the ventilator. Why, it gapes open mouth at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man. The ventilator. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as the tree trunks, yeah. It's tree trunks, man. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? That's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Alright, I think Mr. Sholmes got something here. What do you mean here? Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? Yep, I hear faint whistling sound. Man, what's wrong with my arm? It kind of hurts. Laying on my armrest. Yep, dangling from the ventilator grill, the speckled band. Oh damn, he bows. Precisely, my dear madame. What does it mean? What is the speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Oh, he's going in. Right hook, left hook. Alright, Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I'm about to expose for all you to see will shock you to your cause. Behold. Yeah. Wow, what the? Allow me to introduce you all. The band. The speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. Everyone's shocked. Mr. Shlomes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? Looks more stripy, when you say? Huh? Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you have to call it the stripe band? When you wait, this snake is on this guy in Strogano's. He's wrapped Strogano's head. Isn't there like a bigger problem here? All right, let's see what you got. You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? Oh, exactly. I think perhaps it's time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Is it because of the glasses? Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. Two conclusions I've drawn from the facts. Number one. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. Ah. Number two. That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No. Yeah, this is the ultimate. This is the the Herlock Sholmes that we've all heard about. It's turned as white as a ball of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. It's the glasses. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asugi. Excuse me, Stroganov? It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You will want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present. His logic and reasoning spectacular. Is it all correct here? Or is it all off? Let's see. Game is afoot. No, never mind. Maybe he's gonna lose some IQ points here. Alright, intruder's identity. Ms. Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Oh no, he's gonna lose some IQ points here. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, you're aching hard, smarts with pain. Now put on the glasses again. And it is that very pain that evidence your inextricable what? Link to the victim's death. Damn. A lot of words I gotta read on. So we asked, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on the Tentus? What? What have I gone? Why? Words are hard. Okay. Why naturally it was the friend, which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Alright. Without a doubt, your friend is the arriving serpent we see before us. Is it? Doesn't seem like it. And yet the fact leaves us in a quandary. Victim's Ridden's observation on the night in question tell of a speckled band. If that snake's gonna bite. Whereas regrettably, this specimen's marking do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. There's nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes. That which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's slow skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No? I don't know what you're talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side of the bridge, the serpent slyly descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light... wait, hold on. What happened to my screen? And it appeared that to the young gentleman, what was about to lose his life as the speckled man. What just happened? Never mind. Wait, I see... No, it's gone. Okay, in summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of a crime. Alright, it's a rare breed of snake, whose marking change each time it slows the skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Alright. Beloved speckled snake is the conclusion. Oh, Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we can come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the date of which I have been appraised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. Ah. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it was at the scene of the crime. No, could there be? Yes, the examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. No, it's not. What's happened here? It must be. What is that? I see something around here. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will signal the truth. Yes, the vestige of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. Yeah, this guy's off his rocker. Alright, it comes and goes, that line. There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you choose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. I don't think any snake would do that, right? The serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You're off your rocker, mate. He's telling that the victim... Hold on, I need to adjust my head. I'll put the autoplay on. To train. You train it to become assassin. Indeed, you put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period... What the hell was that? A whistle, alright. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty. So you wouldn't listen to signs of life next door. You would. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you released the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Yeah, he's off his rocker, I'll tell you that. Having slid down the ventilator, yeah. Well, Shlomes, if only you saw the post-mortem report, you know, everything would be fine. The true nature of the speckled band, huh? My logic is infallible. This guy's off his rocker. Death by venomous snakebite. This concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Oh, he's wrong once again. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is key to training any creature. Incredible. You solved the mystery. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I can see why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russian says, I could have done it with my one left hand. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course. What's on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Something doesn't quite make sense with me. I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madame. And reptiles, don't drink milk. Ah. Really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. Quickly, what does Cal drink? No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example the logic holds. Well, there's something else. Snakes have no ears. Ah. Yeah, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal to a snake by whistling. Echolocation. Madame, what about the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. So take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins. Then it should try harder. Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, with facts and logic, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator next to our cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have been part of this. His smile and optimism, gone. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh no, you don't mean. Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sloane's latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. Well, better remove these cuffs again. I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. It's what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? It's gone. You've done it again. Your handcuffs are gone. Where did they go? Fear not. I shall see they're restored after our work is done. Really wish you leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Once again. Alright. The course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Alright. Can we skip it? Alright, here we go. Following. Yeah, you can't skip this. You cannot deceive yourself. She's wearing mismatched earrings as well, I noticed. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Casimir's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is it? Is that it? What? Could there be another way to interpret her expression then? Let's take a moment. Really look very closely. Oh, there's some claw scratches. Some claw scratches. Alright, present.
Yes!
Smarts with pain. Yes, when you call those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night? Alright, take your guess. Is it a dog or a cat? Could be something else. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I'm sad, pain from this wound is worse. And it's the very pain that evidence your Alright, yo, let's do this again. Alright. Why, naturally. It was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Alright, as I suspect, another telltale glance. Alright, where's this glance taking us? Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Nope. Can we see it? It seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of that Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze now, Hodo-san. That's where we found the answer. Oh, do we find it? Oh! This photographic frame. Oh, there's a little cat. Ah, look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away. She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we better take a closer look at this. Damn, little kitten.
Yes!
It's a cute black cat. Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no. Whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Alright, we gotta... Not close onto the ropes yet. Darker is my friend. Couldn't leave her behind. Darker would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, the fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observation on the night in question. I think we've seen this before. Yeah, whereas regrettably. No? No, we haven't. This specimen's markings do not fit the description in any way. What explanation can we give, Ray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this, alright? No, yeah, but it does. Alright, it's not the snake skin. What could it be? Yes, that which you're trying, but failing to conceal. No, not the slow skin. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. If she just left it in her pocket, no one would ever have to know. Oh yes. Boys like that are Mr. Holmes' speciality. He even so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was his speciality. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find I had to believe that that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? Alright, let's take a look behind. These controls are weird. I don't like them. Oh, is that... what is that? What? Well, oh, it's a little, imaging. I don't know how you call it. It seems to be soft and fluffy. I think you like, what's it called? We'll get to it. I think it may be a cat's toy. Well, yeah. Isn't there like a term for it? Like an actual name for it? Yeah, the chase and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that. You only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it. Ah, that sounds positively adorable. Alright, here we go. Cat's toy. Alright.
Yes!
Right, fly in now, Hodo. Yes. The thing you are trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely. In the true matters of the now infamous speckled band. Ah. Is it? Makes sense. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. Why though? You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? Did a cat got up there? My dear boy, there could only be one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator, yeah, into the neighboring cabin. Yep. Use the cat's toy to incite the creature to return. Ah. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, was none other than her cat. Is a blithesome Russian blue breed of a cat by the name of Darker. Got her. Oh, did she change her earrings? Looks like it. Alright, Darker. Pavlova and Darker. What a cute cat. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. But before I could do anything, it disappeared through the ventilator. Darker. She is so naughty. Alright, that's the conclusion. Beloved kitten. Alright, how about number 2? How Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. Grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I've been appraised, it would appear there's no visible signs of injury. Yeah. We've read this already. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, terrible violin. No. What Mr. Sloan shays is true. What Mr. Simone says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazma's body. It says, but Mr. Shlom seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazma wasn't poisoned. Yeah. It would seem so. Let's give him the information he's been missing now. Yep, here we go.
Yes.
In fact, the circumstance of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Ah yes, I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganov isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury's out. Anyway, we have a good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence. Yeah, here we go. We got it. It's not that. Not his body. Kazma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone. That's not the evidence, though. I suppose it's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. But yes, a bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe of Kazma, though. He was a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain? Yep. There is.
Yes.
Mark on the floor. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. A particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax. Tallow and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. Alright, he didn't lick it. He's not that of a fool. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's lace leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Please, no. Alright, here we go. Some immovable object. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. I don't know. Alright, is that true? What was it? Is that true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Sogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. Alright, here's the next cut. Nope. I don't believe it. Kazuma-san merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But if this part of Mr. Sloan's deduction is right, Ms. Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin. Somewhere in the direction that she's cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Alright, is it in the... Is it... So once again, inside the wastebasket? Alright. Please, let there be something in the wastebasket. Aha! We've done it after many attempts. We found it. It is a broken glass. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you. No, wait, get back in there. Oh, don't tell me you repeat. Alright, let's present it. Not the tiara.
Yes.
That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the waste paper basket. Alright, it finally comes into fruition. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely, we found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. As you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, could be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Alright, is this the end? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, aren't you? Well, making weird mouth noises, sorry. I don't know. In that hushed, written accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to that bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be this picture.
Yes.
If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from the darkest color, the very glass bell in question. Alright, we've got a... The truth was caught up to you, yes, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. Is that you saying? And the cause of that fateful stumble. Your absent feline friend, Darker. There we go. Death by tripping over a cat. Damn. Elementary. Why didn't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? This is exactly what happened last night. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darker, so I gave her some food. And then all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say cats become very anxious and nervous during new environments. It was so fast, she disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it. Yes. And I've read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed darker with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. This is a precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It's very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it was safe to try to lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator into the adjoining cabin. Daka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly. Nothing. It didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Cosmo wrote about in this diary was Miss Pavlova trying to receive her pen. Retrieve, receive. Cats have a propensity... What? How do you say this? To remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yeah, so there was nothing else I could do. Just had to wait until she calmed down. Whoa. I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Kazuma was. He got killed by a little kitten. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seemed likely what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. Ah. The SS Bureau is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. Oh, I see. So if Mr. Asogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily cause him to fall over. Damn. Defeated by a glass bell, huh? And the ship falling to the left. What became of the kitten afterward? But yeah, where is the kitten? In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yadaka is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she disappeared again. She somewhere here? Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? You're right. Where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then who is it? And where did it come from? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship? Seems like he's kind of tamed it. Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Pirozko? What? Pirozko. That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect him to find him in here. Oh, yes. How did that snake get into this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. Ah, we're at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without a close friend? Without someone who understands? Can you find someone a little more human who understands you better? But my dear burly fellow. A gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can't appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. Huh? Roscoe does not have venom. He is harmless. Very long, but very gentle. He is double like Granny. He just noms you. It's venomless? I'm assuming he has his fangs, right? Yeah, now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I presume? Ha! Like they say, they milk chickens. Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Zoko eats mouse. Big, fat, round mouses. Ah. Oh, so... is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? I was gonna say he's top of the food chain, like, look in their eyes right now. Jones. He refuses to drink milk. Can't hear a whistle. He can't climb up a bell cord. It's not even venomous. Oh, the deuce did something so inept land a starring role. It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Priosco, it's nothing to do with this incident. It's an incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. He got tripped. Time to wrap it up, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Where's the Arca, though? Where's the cat? Miss Pavlova? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. Please remember this. The young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But what are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. Yeah, she kind of... It was just a series of unfortunate events. An accident. I'm no great detective like Mr. Shlomes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? I mean, there are still questions out there. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah, there is one more thing, I confess. I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh? I am only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles uncomfortable. Ah, not again. When did you do that? Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Shlomes? Yeah, you were, Mr. Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes, Casimir was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If we can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. Damn. The truth about how you really died. And how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Alright, I'll see what I can do. New soundtrack. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So then, shall we begin? Yes. What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. We already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into the cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes. It's still an accident. Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that really happened, does it? Yeah, because he was eyeing it, right? I'm going to ask you how to spell out for me, I'm afraid. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. It's a clear contradiction between the facts. Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right in Casimir's cabin. It's right there. Wait, is it? A mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Miss Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. That the victim's death was no mere accident. Is it this?
Yes.
It's clearly recorded in this photograph print. There's no way that Mr. Osogi could have left this message on the floor. That script. It's in Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written mean wardrobe. See what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language, Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. Doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry? Yeah, the postmortem, right? Isn't it instant? Exactly what I said before. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why, yeah, is explained here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in an instant death. Instant death. Ah. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he could speak Russian or not. After the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. So Susae-san has noticed it then too. There's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. I don't even know. This? The paper seal, I believe. It must be the seal, right?
Yes.
Alright, never mind. No, I kind of fucked this up again. No, don't. Take it away. Wait, can I... Wait, what if I load? How far back we are? Oh no, we're far back. We're far back. Okay, it's not that. It's not that. We should, if it was no accident, one thing, even the absence of something we're expected to find. What, the cat bell? I thought it was the cat bell, right? That was deep down, but... better not be the... you know... There's a clear contradiction. This, right?
Yes.
Yeah, god damn it. I should have done that. What am I doing? That glass bell the kitten had around his neck. We already know all about that. It's broken in half when the victim tripped over and the cat fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Logic. Unfortunately, that is a big flaw, a fatal flaw. If that's what really happened, why is it in those trash can? Yeah. Oh, I should have clicked that, man. Oh. Alright, would you care to explain that? Oh no. Both of these pieces of evidence clearly points to the same conclusion. Somebody was in there, yeah. There was someone else in that room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth in order to cover up his or her own guilt. I'm glad they're not assuming who it is yet. Well, you are wasting time. Someone else was there. Nah, of course. We know this. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was welded shut from the inside. There was no way in or out. Oh, yes. The only person in the cabin when young student died was you.
Yes.
It's true. I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin's wardrobe to be precise about the details. I don't know Russian. There's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message to be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. That's what I was saying. The person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor. In an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then, the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor. For fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. Why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell anyway? Leaving half behind was always going to raise the question. Well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been dark. A single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would have barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then, the culprit failed to notice a fragment of that tiny item. You all suspect me, don't you? Right, back here. Oh, the snake's gone. Seaman Stroganoff. Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. Before, she was dancer on the ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal. Ah, so that's it. You say that when the young student died, Nina was there in her cabin. That is not possible. I give my tooth. Huh. Well, this is all most interesting. I've got an idea for this. Yeah, why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? Huh. You are a great detective? You should know. Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Oh, you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Niet. It's impossible. Ugh. He's white. He's white. He's right. Wait. What's going on? I'm turning Russian? Wait. I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread. You're the one who told me not. That's not it. Thread? Are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find on a modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap inside. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too, but Mr. Naohodo suggested earlier, so... Zara-san, how can you shift it onto me like that? Yeah, makes sense. So Seema Strono has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? Put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind have been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naohodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah, I know. One way does spring into mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Shlomo means, Mr. Naohodo? Yes, and so should you. Because we've seen it happen. Indeed we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naohodo? Point out the telling signs of the method. Alright, this.
Yes!
Look at the bookcase there. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe, yes, it was what's known as the force of inertia, acting on the objects. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book at least? Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over the books on the bookcase also made something else in the cabin move. A ball in the cabin door. Ah. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. Hold on a sec. Take a drink. I'll let this play on. Alright, it feels like we might just end it on episode 2. We're closing to the end, yeah. Alright, or the force of inertia, or what do you call that? Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Sogi was killed, yeah, that explains a lot, actually, when the ship moved. Because his sword has fallen over, the food has fallen over as well because it was on the table. That makes a lot of sense. Yep. The SS Bureau made another emergency stop. When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves have toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hands across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. But yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Then when we came into the cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Right, oh my. Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? You are your mind? You say Bureau made emergency stop? It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room. Oh, it is simple enough. Huh? Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm? Oh yes, of course. There was a notice there, wasn't there? Telling you only to press the buttons in times of emergency. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Wait, it was you? When the button is pressed, two things happened in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did earlier today. He turned it on. What a crazy guy. Mr. Shlomes. Surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed. Yep. Whatever the occasion. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learnt a valuable lesson when the vessel makes an emergency stop. Bolts on the cabin doors slide close. So, what we must now consider... Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did the ship make an emergency stop? Or did it not? You are idiots. Here is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make an emergency stop, even in the middle of the night, there would be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naohado? Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. What evidence, Mr. Naohado? You do. Oh, as if I'm screwed up the... Oh, this could have been a flawless... This could be a flawless run here.
Yes!
Keep screwing it up. Seaman Stroganov, it's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship. Is that right? That is correct. Why? And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the deals of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine. Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light, this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log. That is... because nothing happened. If nothing happened, you would have normally written nothing to report, wouldn't you? You got him. Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened. Here aboard the SS Bureau. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. That's some alliteration right there. Are you suggesting that the ships really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish. Stop talking rubbish. What do you think about that? Rubbish. If I Perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh, why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. I think I can explain that too. The ships lurched so violently and the alarm bell was so loud. Can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. Chum's got it. He knows. What of? The throbbing? Sorry? What do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We've all suffered with it. Ah. Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing today too. Since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. Can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. And the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Right. Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. You bought this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Ah, well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So, you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yes, in fact. I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? Oh, it is relevant, right? My dear fellow. Does that not strike you? Oh, Mr. Slomes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? Yeah, here we go. I do. Really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night has been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a sporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consume it. A sleeping drug? Possibly, yeah. Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would have noticed the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what happened. Wait. That's not what Mr. Sloan means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with this horrific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Mr. Sholmes? Well, Seaman? Seaman. Seaman? You refused to talk. It would have to be an inquiry made, alright, through the thing. Shipping company, of course. And with that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself will be hauled over the coals for aiding and abetting a renegade. Please, no more. I will tell everything. Eh? I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Maybe she has the same earrings. I just noticed, maybe because it's attached to it, because I thought she was wearing like a short one and a long one. So when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We agreed to help everyone together. She threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia, who want to help our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I didn't notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. I didn't notice. We could not make all drug. How do I say? Dissolve. Talk about heavy seasoning. At midnight, the waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by comrade on shore with small fishing boat. Alright, took him out in sea. All the passengers of the SS Bureau slept soundly. Why is it throbbing though? Thanks to the almost magical effects of slumber-inducing potion that evening meals had contained. So if that what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, you who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. That means it would have been possible for you. You could use the emergency stop trick to lock Kazma's cabin door. How does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case. Yeah, and there would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite, and accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yes. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted away. And so not one of them, would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. You have talked long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the screen when the victim lost his life last night. Somebody left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories we don't believe. Days like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. Yeah, I just realized, how he got this tan lines was the tan lines, because he has some tan lines. Stroganoff is because of the snake, right? Wrapping on him. One. I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. This is Naruhodo. Oh, yes. Do you hear it? That accusatory cry. What's wrong with me? Of guilt on the wind. Accusatory cry. I need to, stop being rap god or something. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. You can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come. One final logic and reasoning spectacular. Alright, let's autoplay this. Alright, there's observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said of these two. Alright, it's a bit different here. If you remember, Miss Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely, you're delightfully quick to grasp my meaning, alright? I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night. Oh. Ink stain. Seaman Stroganov. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Eh? Ah, yes. I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of the seaman Stroganoff's uniform. I think what made it clear, indeed it is. So Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. A pleasure. Is this right?
Yes.
Yes, it's this photograph, and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink. Rather unusual color of, what? Purple. Yeah. Yes. Yes. The penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform that way. Which means you must have been present yes, immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Bureau do emergency stop and bolt cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. And our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please. You must help me. I went with her. The door to the cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend. Dark killer. A cold killer. Everything that happened in the cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin, and he tripped over it and broke his neck while it fell to the floor. Very unfortunate. Yes, that is right. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to us, only to find its occupant laying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she looked... Where is it? That's when she looked what? Went to look. She just looked. No, Angel. The door was not locked. So she opened and looked, and you know what happened after. It's on me. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? You went to Mr. Asogi's captain, Miss Pavlova. Was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened the door of student's cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Ah. Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. He was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazma's death, alas? Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Shlomes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck, therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, then there's one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, well... What, this?
Yes.
Yeah, was remaining. So if you're looking for something unnatural, no. Very true. It is certainly peculiar. Like, unnatural, I'm afraid. That particularly crass deed was orchestrated by the culprit. Yeah, I know that. I mean, to identify another point. Oh, I see. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing. Landed... Alright. Oh, he's, what, on his back? He's on his forward, right? Maybe I should show the back. Thank you for your gentle guidance. His back, right? Pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. No, it's not. What is it? He's holding something. Alright, we've probably lost a life there. Okay. Alright. Well, there goes our life. If we weren't gonna lose anymore, that's where we were losing it. That's fine. It's the held fist. I mean, I don't know. Sure, it must be the held fist, right? You like some sort of felt. Wait, are we on it? Wait, what's going on? All right. Oh, there's no the held fist. Surely.
Yes.
All right. If you really fell due to a unfortunate accident, then this fist doesn't seem quite right. It doesn't seem like it. The exact same thought occurred to. Oh no, it is. In the fall, one instinct is to open the palms flat. That makes sense. Yeah. Here we see the victim with his left hand tightly bolted to the fist. Almost, you might say. Though he was gripping something. Simply that I took the liberty. Oh, he opened it. I'm investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. He did. Of what, pray tell? Do you imagine I find there, my dear fellow? It's the cat. No. Show us, please. What is it? Why, of course, my dear madame. But I keep you in suspense. The earring. Oh, I was correct. She is wearing a mismatch. Oh. A crescent moon with a little gemstone. Oh, that's the speckled band. Yes, you're right. Very pretty, but what does it tell us? Huh. It tells us nothing. I was right. She isn't. She's wearing mismatched earrings. Well, she is wearing matching earrings. Damn, I caught that one on. Observation, Mr. Naohodo. That is key. Truth is, now how tantalizing close. Yeah. How did that crescent moon come to be in Chasm's clenched fist? This is the final clue. I've got it. What significance has it? I've got it. Alright. Yeah, these controls are weird, man. It's like up and down. Left ear.
Yes.
It's Pavlova on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well. Ah. What? And on your other ear. Yeah, there's nothing. There seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little link holding onto it must have broken, I suppose. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naohodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell onto the floor. In other words, last night, in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Did she actually kill him? I don't remember, but the question is, why did Miss Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazma? Ah. Didn't catch what she just said lastly. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, It was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Right? But Darka took it, right? I couldn't believe when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. Yeah, I tried waving her favorite toy. Nothing worked. Darka would not come back. Clunk. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka and he promised not to tell anyone. Oops, that's the wrong button. Then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah. Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the far away east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no choice. Huh? I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Well, he will. Yeah, give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's gonna pull that cord. He's gonna tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? Oh. And it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Darka jumped down in my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me. Oh shit, it hit the bed. I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. And that's when you went to fetch help from Seaman Stroganov, who was on duty in the passageway. I heard Neo cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. We were standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I'll be... Please. I have nowhere to go." Damn, she killed him. So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazma's cabin to make it look like I did it. But that's no one would expect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes. I went into cabin and looked around, made sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found stowaway. Ah, in wardrobe. Yeah, to lay blame on the stowaway. Cesaro is not happy. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Lucky for me, that's the only reason Cesaro started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man's body to a good place and used ink I was spilling to write on floor. I wrote wardrobe so that person who found him would look like inside wardrobe and found stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. It was dark in the cabin. I did not notice the other half. An angel went back to her cabin and I finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Alright, yes. Accordingly, the SS Bureau did indeed come to an emergency hold a little after 2 a.m. Thus inciting the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. Still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Kazma about the fact that you run away from your whole man. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Yeah, and, isn't that right? Isn't everyone on it? Yes, but even if you pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would you... Yeah, why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing this... doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, yeah. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Ah, yes, meaning me. He was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. Before you could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? Oh, Suzato. What's happening here? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Sogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, he was asking for me. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain. But... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He's going to pull the cord. He's going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, today's work is not done yet, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yeah, he was going to me. What action was the victim really about to take at the moment? I know. Here we go, sad music playing. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? Alright, we can. Yes, we can. First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes. I spent quite a lot of time in that wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. Yes, this is exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. If there is one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. Not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So, when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? He was sadly looking at the wardrobe, yeah.
Take that!
He wanted to go to me, Naruhodo. Considering everything that had happened last night, suddenly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. Yeah. Wardrobe. More importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Alright. Miss Pavlova, please. Think back very carefully. What were Mr. Sogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes. Not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Sogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. See if between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. Well, you know what it is. Of course it was going to me. I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Sogi was looking at, yeah. I thought it was an accident throughout this. I forgot Pavlova actually killed him. That's actually, oh. That's like very, you know, heartstrings are pulling, you know? It's Pavlova. Yeah, and, you know, they're trying to put the blame on me as well. Feels bad, man. I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth, though. Yeah. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really. I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Bureau is finally laid to rest. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? When the Russians try to repatriate that? Is that the right how you say it? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Shlomes can do all that? So, she won't be going back to Russia then? I hope not, but I don't know what kind of repercussions she will get. Even if she wants to return in the future, I doubt she'll be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganov. Hold on, I need to carefully say that. I want to help our Angel no matter what, but I didn't think about you, about how you lost a good friend. I will go with Ina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazim's death feels like such a waste, but... Well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Yeah, I hope they could, I don't know. Okay, they could sort things out, right? Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to Console to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. Damn, our trip to Great Britain cancelled? So, you should get back to your cabin now. Oh, damn, I got the first class cabin, huh? Yeah, no need to... it looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before I'd even begun then. Do you even think only days ago, Kazma and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London? That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? This is Zato. Zato-san. Now, Hodo-san, I didn't know you returned. I had returned. Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, you know. Ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Oh, damn. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Zaz-san. Damn, she was like tearing up there. He has such grand ideas for his visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. Now they've been cruelly taken away. Just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. Now we know the truth, that it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much now, Hodo-san. It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Who's that? Oh, it's Hosonaga, Inspector. My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. I failed. And caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector Hosonaga. Oh, what? And I'm free again now. At least, huh? Yeah, I thought I was free. Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo? What? What's the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore them. For old time's sake, shall we say. You're a stowaway after all. Think this is funny? Oh, is that it? That's the end. What? Alright. Alright. It's not. I thought we just cut to black and ended. Mr. Shlomes? Now's not the time, but... I do appreciate all of your assistance. I'd like to thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending? Heartrending? I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. You have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway. Terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Susada-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Shlomes. We know of no other lawyer. Oh boy. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage of... What the hell? The voyage to London still promises a good month of time. An ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another super lawyer. Oh, I see. We've got a long way to go. Yeah, let's not forget. Yes. Wait, am I going to be in the shackles? Mrs. Addo? Yes. Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Ah. You're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. No, I defended myself in court, but as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Mr. Naruhodo? That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody can learn all of that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I will work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? Kazuma. He said that this was something he had to do in Great Britain, that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mrs. Addo? Oh damn, that's a generous smile right there. I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? All the hell with Mr. Shlomes here. One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No. It's madness. It's fascinating when you agree. Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Abhor? Is that how you say it? Give us interest. Give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector, after all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'll do anything at all to make it up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. You'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thank you. And Mr. Naruhodo? I'd like you to take charge of this. What, me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for generations. Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it. I'll treasure it always. So then, Mrs. Otto. It seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study. Yes, that's exactly what I need. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. 3 times. What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the inside. No! I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. Not just once, but 5 times. That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must. Take a hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it. No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Shlomes, he's just standing there. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess, I was most impressed. When did you see that? When it was on that table. I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling. Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique. Apparently it's called the Suzato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. Huh. I'll begooling. Begooling? But whatever. I'm a practitioner of the compound arts myself. I am somewhat an accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind to instruct me on the technique of your wrestling throw. Yes, I'll be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madame. Oh, of course. Is he going for it? Oh, I'm getting thrown. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry? Yeah, I'm getting thrown off. 6 times. As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Oh, yes. Arresting indeed. Arresting indeed, I mean. And that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was a Susato squash. Oh. There's some variancy. My groggy state of consciousness. A scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Karama. That's right, it's a prized sword that was passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. Can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little regular, surely. Japanese man's sword is his soul, Rinosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me, I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much more compelling, or much compelling. On the subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice everything to make it happen. I appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course, I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. An important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. Alright, but I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. There we go, that's the end. The end of episode 2. Good stuff, good stuff. Save. And we could leave it, right? We can save it over. Runaway room. Alright. Oh. No. Press back. Yep. Turn. And that's it. I think we'll call it a day here. So that was it. Episode 2 done. Dusted. The conclusion. We're carrying on Kazuma's legacy. His study trip, right? As being, as we become a lawyer ourselves. We've proved it many times. Well, in 2 occasions, right? And on the 3rd one, we're going to go into London. And I know what's going to happen next. We're going to go into the quad. Like a quick quad session. Well, it wouldn't be quick. But, yeah, it's going to be it's very different to, the usual Ace Attorney series. Because the British law system is very, unique, shall I say, but that'll be for another day. Yeah, episode 3. I wasn't expecting to. I thought we were gonna finish this earlier, you know, as episode 2 quickly, but no, it took out the whole session. So yeah, episode 3 next session, and yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this session, and I'll see you guys next time, and I'll catch you guys later.